Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Armadillos of Buenos Aires taking on the Mounties of Orlando. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out. Five.
Ready up.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. But you look at this defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They try to throw on 2nd down. This one is incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Huntley off of play action. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. So they bring out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 23. Powerful running. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now is Geno. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. There he goes left side. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And a huge play that time. 42 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
No gain on the play. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. A give, Singletary right side. Down to about the 37. But you look at this defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Huntley. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 10, Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Smith. His throw incomplete. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the 50, it's Smith. And that's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And now Smith going to change the play. Now Gino on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Now Gino. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Smith. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Caught by Woods. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Huntley. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hustle.
They'll run with ETN. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Huntley. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Huntley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
3rd down. Here's Huntley now. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Huntley looks to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here. And Smith here, an audible at the line. Gino now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's McKinney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Ready? 19 right.
A final shot before break. Huntley He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This now a 3rd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Huntley off of play action. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 11 now. They go play action with Huntley. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Looking to throw here, Huntley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The thing's just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. After the interception, here's Smith. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing now is Geno. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
To throw, Huntley. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Huntley to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And shedding a man at the 40. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back live to Orlando. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And Gain knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Here's Huntley. In trouble, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Huntley. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Huntley eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Play action. It's Smith. On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd down and 6. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Ready.
Here's Huntley. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for A.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
s4w18.
Hundley looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Ready up.
2nd and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the